Alright guys, trying to check my broadcast here. See if I can get it set up with doesn't quite look like it. See, not there. Okay. So that's not gonna help us much. Back to my default browser. Trying to get my chat room up here, folks. Won't be too long. Why don't you have it set up before you get your chat started? Because then the stream won't actually be playing on my tablet. Which I like having it do. That way I can see what the video looks like while I'm streaming. So guys, welcome back. I am Kalo Plays, and this is my A True Son in Skyrim series. We are doing this live on Mixer. If you're watching this any other way, I thank you for that. These will be uploaded to YouTube. I am trying to get the logistics of that sorted out. And we'll continue on. If you missed last episode, we did the battle, not only the battle for Whiterun, but we also solved the serial killer here in Windhelm. And we accused Unferth the Unliving as the serial killer. And here he goes, getting transported to the jail. Oh, so I guess that's about what's up right now. I am feeling a bit hungry, so we'll go ahead and eat, drink, then we'll get out of here. We're kind of done with Windhelm at the moment, as far as what we want to do inside of Windhelm. Instead, what we're looking to do, I think, is I'm going to open up my journal here. And we're going to start, and we're going to do some side quests this episode. Before we get over to Iristar to do the Way of the Voice. Let's see, we have one actually pretty close, and it looks like she's up on this hill. Where is Daphne at? I'll have to check my notes on that. Any of these really close? Yes. Convagor Cave, so we will go there. White Vial, which is to the north at the Forsaken Cave. So that's to our northwest. Not looking to do that at the moment. This captured wench is west of Falkreath. Not looking to do that. Winter War, that is up over here to our northeast. We will do that in a little bit, maybe later. We have two quests marked. We have two quests for killing the dragon at Bone Spruce that is high on our priority. Let's see. Where's Moth at? Moth is in Markarth, it looks like. Okay. So we should do that soon, but not right now. We have another one for Convagor. And then the Moldering Ruins is near Orkstead, so we won't be doing that right now. What else? Idley. She looks to be out inside Dragon Bridge in the side city right about there. Let's see, Lost Knife Hideout. That, okay, that is something we'll go ahead and mark that. And then let's figure out exactly where Daphne is here. What are we looking for? In order to find that, we need to come to books and look at the trader report. Daphne is in the Uttering Hills Cave. What does that sound like? Farmer, maybe?
Fancy yourself an alchemist, huh? Never could get the hang of that.
Need something? Huh? What can I do for you? Huh? I understand.
Again, always a good job. Always a nice idea to stock up on those. Let's go and take this horse meat. Nord meat. You can never have too much Nord meat. When we raid our flagon to another dead dragon. Alright, just one drink we need. Nord mead. And if you don't know what that is a reference to, I suggest you go find out, because that will change your life. Bit of an older reference, but it still checks out. Well, nothing more we really want to grab here, so let's try primitive cooking before we get the castle's cook off of his. Nothing? Okay. Alright, so we have plenty of food for the road. We have some drinks as well. So let's get out of here. We know where we're headed. We should probably visit the Shrine of Talos real quick and just get our meditation in. Lost one eye. Hello, once honored.
It is good. Oh, thank you. Divine's bless your in heart.
It is nighttime, and the last thing we need to do is try exploring a mountain at night. So we're gonna get, so we're gonna go sleep at the inn one more time before we head out. As always, guys, I am open to questions, comments, and constructive criticism. If at any time you're watching these streams or videos, feel free to comment. Leave a message in the chat, leave a comment down section down below, depending on what medium you are currently watching this on.
Take a seat and get the cold out. Yes? All right, then.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass.
Got some fresh...
Are you joking? You just rented a room from me.
So the bed is still ours. Let's say 12 hours. Might wake up a little bit early.
You believe the dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware the dragonborn.
Of course.
The darkness has passed, and
Enjoy your stay. And don't break nothing.
So yeah. After completing the battle for Whiterun and getting our next orders in the Civil War, I'd like to take a little bit of a break from the Civil War. Of course, it will still continue on and fighting will happen. PR, for the record, I don't have many additional mods for the Civil War. I tend to find that because of how many characters the Civil War uses, and I don't mean characters in like Balgruuf and Ulfric and Galmar and Raylock. I mean just Imperial soldier and Stormcloak soldier on the same battlefield. It tends to, the mods for it tend to get a little, let's say, I don't want to say like makes it laggy, or they're just used at your own risk, as all mods are. I just haven't really got into any of those mods. Now there is one mod that I was thinking about installing, and you have to join the Civil War to do so. If you do it beforehand, it'll break the game, and so it is recommended to install after you have chosen a faction, and that is the Deadly Civil War of Skyrim. I could go and get that real quick. It wouldn't take too much long. It might take us like 3 or 4 minutes to get back to the action, but to be honest, I don't know how my mod list will react with it. It's been a long time since I used it, and the last time I remember using it, my load order was completely different than what I have now. So let's put Bask in our right hand, and then I want to put Transmute in our left. So we're gonna Bask a little bit. Now as we walk, we'll keep transmuting some of this iron ore we have on us, which is why we're holding on to it. While between that and having to deliver it to somebody, it's crazy. Can I do anything to change? Not with that, but there's another. Oh, sorry about that. There's another couple mods that we might be able to change a little bit. Which will blur your vision and literally keep your face down to void. Off. From winch. That's fine. Cold and blood, face cover option, breath. Keep it out wet. Rain blind. Off. Off. I haven't used wet and cold much, so I don't know. Let's see. Doesn't look like that's affected that much yet. I didn't think it would, but I figure why not give it a try. We do have this Khajiit caravan power, which comes with tiny houses, and I'm going to use that real quick. And so what that does is that allows us to mark them as quest marks to see where they're at. We're also going to favorite fire oil. When struck, deals 48 points of fire damage. Nice. But this is what I'm looking to use right here. Atmospheric conditions. We are going to change this to... Let's try Wonderland. Winter Wonderland. And since we are just doing some Magica here, I'm going to go ahead and do a Regenerate Magica Potion, which will allow our Magica to regenerate faster for about 5 minutes. This will, of course, help us set up our illusion, but it will also help keep us warm as we're traveling. We do have a fur cloak on. And I am kind of keeping in first person here because of how dense this snow is. As far as where the quest marker goes, it looks like either that would be the easiest route or perhaps break off somewhere up this road. Say right about there. Good, we survived the snowstorm. Awesome. Now, our frostfall right now is set up to be immersive. And that is good enough for me. I don't care for hardcore or Ice and Valor, really. I normally turn off some of the harder stuff about them when I use it. So, not exactly my style. Like, this actually might be the easier path here. Venom, harvest his ingredients, and dispose of the corpse. Alright, that was our first taste of fire oil, and it's gonna take some getting used to, but it's fire oil. It looks like it's set up to be like on a timer, I would imagine, but not a daily timer as power tend to be. So we were looking for a place called Utterings Hills Cave. Oh my gosh. It processing these mud crabs. Oh, and then we should use Bask again. And I'm also going to use snowberry extract because this water is frigid. That looks looks to be more of a fort. No, it looks to be more of a tower. Actually, that is probably... This is looking to be where we need to go. And I'd like to get in here pretty quickly, actually. I see bandit. I'm gonna do a quick save right here. Now, if anyone knows how to turn this these like snowflakes down with vivid weathers, let me know. I haven't seen an option for that. Oh,
That's your best, huh?
turned around at the right time there. Yeah, we're gonna stick with our Stormcloak armor here. We have it enchanted, and it's really helping us. So they're all named Brian's yada yada. Yeah, yada yada is a weird name, but you understand what I'm talking about. Let's favorite this. We did receive this from Jarl Ulfric for Captain Green Whiterun. We might give that a shot. But for now, I do want to see if we can pick a couple people off. I switched to instincts. Nobody's popping up, so let's get our shout ready. Oh, that hurt. Alright. Shield. Sword. Oh! Not our first death, but that's our first death since probably Corvajund. Which would have been episode 2. Nobody likes to die, but I'm not too worried about death. Let's stick with our Orax for now. Put stamina poison on it. I also want to go ahead and fortify sneak. And if I switch over to a crossbow, we'll use the fortify marksman. I'm going to go ahead and put those 2 on favorite. And all these oils. Now we've already put a poison on, so next we'll probably use this oil, Animus Human 1. A specialized oil that causes 20 damage against humans with every strike. Applies to a weapon and wears off after 10 strikes. You didn't know what that is? What mod that's from? That's from the oil crafting mod. Oil smithing, I believe it's called. So it does put up smithing when you make them, which makes sense. Switch to, we have it open. I want to put it right here. We come close. Alright, let's switch back to our sword. Or our axe. Time block, perfect. And oil. Animus. There we go. Now, our axe is about halfway failed on its enchantment. So that's something to keep our eye on. We don't have any filled soul gems at the moment. Healing. More health. Still health. We are, of course, using our using those potions because anytime we use potions, we actually get more. We actually get some other effects as well. So, since we are in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off our miscellaneous, and I'm going to turn on Enslaved Wenches because that is what we are here for. So the only arrow we are currently worried about is that one on our compass. I'm going to do a quick save here just because. And I want to switch over to my hunting bow. We're also going to switch over to our dwarven arrows and favorite our elven sword. And then I want to use another. Let's do fire on our bow. Oh boy. Regenerate health and vigorous healing, liquid restore creature. Trying to get them to back up a little bit so we can switch over to our hunting bow. Take on the stranger. Trying to push our other flank, it looks like. So we don't want that to happen, so we're gonna give chase. Miss. Hit. Hit.
Damn you!
The more times we hit, you hit an archer, the more time it takes for them to continue to redraw their arrows. Got our dwarven arrow back. And we will continue on with our hunt here. Trying to rescue this wench. What is in this cave? Kind of. Oh boy, that hit. That missed.
You called yourself a Nord.
Didn't time that lock. 303 gold. Nice. Harder to detect for 60 seconds. Perfect. Nordic dagger. Ooh. That should became one of our new favorite weapons, I think. Keep on coming, one at a time. Don't be dumbasses like that, I'll let ya. Oh. That mage killed our beloved. The main one we're worried about here because she has the cavern clothes on for the winch. Well, we're also gonna go ahead and kinda take what we need because we do have some strange winch bottles. So maybe take the dagger, take the axe, take the arrow, take the dagger. Now, as you can see, because of the fact that we are so cold, our exposure is high, very high in fact, and so it is making our lockpick seem much lower than it should be. Which is why we're having a little bit of trouble with this lock. That's my story, and I'm sticking with it. Level 20, we're going to put this point into health, and I want to put our 20th point actually into illusion. That's what we leveled up on. That's what we've been using as far as fast goes. Let's make fast. And then Skyrim belongs to the Nords, the perks. You may have choose a race. So the first race we chose was Imperial. I think with the second race, we're actually going to choose High Elf because of the Palmore. Sorry folks, lunchtime. So yeah, I think we're going to choose High Elf, and then before we get into this next battle, I want to do a hard save right here. That way we don't have to choose that again. Oh, it's the bandit feet. Switch to our app here, and then switch to our crossbow. Oh! Ow! Generate health. Generate that. There we go. Thank you, Flame Atronaut. Staff of Fire Room. Cast on a nearby surface. It explodes for 52 points of fire damage when enemies come near. Value over 2,000. That is well worth it. Alright, before we rescue the wrench here, looks to be right there. I'm gonna double check this way. Not really missing anything. Okay. Good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and call in Anisha.
What do you need? Take a look.
And we will go through and sell our spoils of war. We do not want the ancient Nord arrows, but we will keep the Nord hero. We have that dagger now, so I'm going to sell the what was that? Elven? Sell the Orc's dagger, sell the spear arrows, battle axe, daggers, the mace. Yeah. Go through here, clear inventory, and make a little bit of money. These aren't worth any, but might as well get rid of them. I do want to keep the circlet. I've always had a thing for circlets. Maybe it's because when you're doing a mage and you want a helmet, it's either a hood or a circlet, and I prefer circlets. And I haven't had anybody really ask me, but I figured I'd address this since you've probably noticed it, not only with Aisha here, but other vendors. I actually do have Rich Merchants of Skyrim on, and the reason for that is it doesn't make sense that we are the only one affecting the what would you call it? The economy here in Skyrim. So why not give these merchants more money. They obviously have enough gold enough substance to pay their rent, and have their store keeps and whatnot. I mean, we've talked to the caravanners, and the caravanners have said, yeah, you know, Rasad fronted them the gold for it. So why wouldn't they have an extra amount of gold to put into their store? And all that does is just not only help us, but it helps them stay in. But it helps them as well. So we're buying all of her ingredients, which is something I like doing every time I talk to her, for the most part. And then there's a couple of spells we want here. The first one I want is actually all the way down at the bottom, if I can afford it. I may not be able to afford it just yet. No, it's worth 3,000. This is so we don't have to summon her with a drink, and instead we can use magic. Another one I'm going to go ahead and get now is Winch Eraser. We have that one winch in our home, and I think we'd rather have one of these other versions. Like Nort, for instance. As far as other spells go that we'd like to learn, we're not really using destruction spells with the exception of fire. So, not looking to really do any of that. That's kind of a self-imposed limit here. We are going to get Spell Tome Draugr Archer because we are getting better at conjuration. And we don't mind summoning the undead and being a necromancer. Sure, it's frowned upon, but who gives a shit? And then I thought about summoning a horse, but I don't know if it would work the way I would want it to. Glowing deer, painted cow, neither of those are gonna help us. As far as these spells go, I'm gonna hold off until we find the Lost Library. Let's go ahead and get Soul Cloak so we can start filling up our soul gems. And also, one spell from the Lost Library I am going to buy is Paralysis Rune right here. And this is so useful, it's not even funny. So yeah, we're going to get that book right there. Nature's Balance swaps the health percentage of a caster and a living target. Wow. You know, we have restore health instant target, but we don't have healing hands yet. Let's go ahead and get that. I'd also like to get enhanced speed, but we can't afford it. So instead, we will get some more fire spells like Fire Rune. And then, okay. Let's see if we can find any more of these skin spells that improve my warmth. I can read pretty fast because I've been through this list so many times, so I know what stands out. So my secret is, if you're looking to like learn how to read this quick, is read the one on the bottom. That's the one you want to look at, because every time that goes through and goes to a new one, it's easy for your mind and your eyes to see what is being said. So as we're going up, we would look at the top one. Okay, Foxskin doesn't cost that much, so we are going to go ahead and get Muffle, and then we'll get Foxskin. Although now we can't afford it. So let's sell this because we made our own. And there we go.
Huh?
I see a bed over there, so let's take a break, gorgeous.
How can I argue with that?
And of course, you leave before I ever wake up. Typical. Mystic Wench. The tenderness of her caress made me tremble. I was enchanted by her. He healed and cured of diseases and poisons. Attack damage increased by 10% for 8 hours. Alright. The captured wench won't mind if we come in here. And a gold crock. Wow. Lord of Bindings, Candlestick Large, Grimoire Troll. Wow, when killed, a Grimoire Troll is summoned under control of the killer. So that's kind of risk and reward. Yeah, we'll take that. We are north of Skyrim after all. Alright, but she doesn't know can't hurt her, so we will sleep for, say, 6 hours. I heard all this battling, but where did it go? Where did my knight in fur armor go? Okay, I know what's going on. I was trying to figure out why it looks a little weird, and that's because of Wonderland. Let's go ahead and switch that over to, say, Vivid. Much better.
What can I do for you?
What do we have here?
Huh?
Okay, let's remove that thing covering your head.
Help me! Help me!
Are you okay?
Are you here to save me?
Damn bandits. Don't worry, I will protect you until we find a safe inn.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me.
Better go before they find us. Follow me.
As you wish. Just don't forget about me.
Don't think I could.
Need something?
Young lady.
What? Did you need something?
Yeah. You shouldn't be naked. I have a winch outfit you could wear. Take it.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thanks.
There we go. Well, let's get out of here, Daphne. So, with her, we need to take her to an inn. So that's either leaving back to Windhelm or Charleston. No, I'm thinking Kinesgrove actually. We can find Kinesgrove. As long as we can find our way out. Let's see, so there was nothing back this way except for those. We should probably go ahead and learn all these books that we got, but also have a snack. What I want to do real quick is, I know we have been saving it, but I want to go ahead and do a hard save right here. And really? Let me go check that again. Let me open that up and look at the load. Okay, so there you can see this character is just under 14 hours old. Huh. Interesting. I mean, we are on, what, episode 9 here? So that does make sense, because each of our streams are between, I like to say, anywhere from an hour to 3 hours, but more than likely they'll be right around 90 minutes to, say, the 2-hour mark. If we're doing a rather long story and we're at the end of it, and we're around that time, I will decide whether or not I want to continue the stream or come back in the next episode. And that usually happens as far as coming back in the next episode if I'm going to stream again later. Alright, let's take off that and put miscellaneous back on. What I want to do is I want to travel to eat. And I believe we came up. We came from the north, so that's where we're gonna head first. That looks to be the mill over there, which means there should be the road right over here somewhere. I guess mill doesn't have a bar, so yeah. The reason why I'm going to take Daphne over to Pine Grove instead of leaving her in Windhelm is, one, the Windhelm bar is extremely full, and those wenches right there are crazy. I feel chilly. And so instead of bringing her to a populated bar that I might go to a lot, I would like to bring them to some of the side cities to have them kind of out of the way, but in a known place. So Daphne here, who will catch up to us, we're going to go ahead and bring her up to Kinesgrove, which isn't that far up the road once we get past this bridge. And plus, being on that side of the river will only help us when we start heading into the hot springs of what would it be? The Rift? Or would that be more like Hallmark? I'm not sure. That is a good question. It really is. Hey, Kidlet. Wait. Yeah. Yep, that looks like Kidlet to me. I don't really need to talk to him, but let's take a look at where the three current caravans currently are. We have Madron, Akari. And Rasad. So yeah, looks like the next point I put into is alteration. We're not big on being a mage, but at the same time, I think it's less about being a mage and more about we're not into really destruction. That's kind of where we're at with it. Like since the storm had settled for a little bit.
Oh, great. Another wanderer. So long to get on your way.
Bitch, I'm a Stormcloak. I could have an army here and turn this whole place upside down if I wanted to. What do we have here? We have a Stormcloak soldier.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Without a helmet. We got Daphne here who managed to find a backpack.
If you bring mead, you're welcome here. Even if you don't, you're still welcome.
How do you know? So what do you know about meat?
Well, a lifetime of study, you might say. The best comes from Riften. But I haven't been there in years. Ever tried making your own? It's, not easy, trust me. Until next time.
You know what's funny? That arrow right there on the compass, that's moving kind of south and southeast.
All this talk of dragons is making people antsy. Nonsense.
That's hilarious, because what that is the dragon, and so it's actively tracking the dragon. Now, one thing that I've known about this for, I'd say a couple of years now, but it wasn't as obvious as it should be right off the first part.
I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Hi there.
Let me get back to that in just a second. Could you help this woman? She was captured by bandits.
You've done well.
Alright.
It's a lot.
So now Daphne
You're a strapping young man.
can be our
Of course.
follower, actually. But we're kind of enjoying this solo trek at the moment.
What can I do for you?
My friend, I am ready to pay what I owe. Find me in Riften jail. I will be waiting in a go. Okay?
Did you see my husband already? I'm sorry. He can come up. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
So yeah, going back to what I was saying is, one thing that I learned, a couple, that took longer for me to learn about, than I'd like to admit is, if you didn't know,
See ya.
this map, the map is actually, what would that be called? It updates in real time. So, we'll take a look at that here in a little bit when we get to Bones Through Crust after we kill the dragon. But, for instance, if we come over here, let's see, that's Riverwood. Can we zoom in anymore? No, we can't. So, that's a bit of a bad example. But it's like, you know, how you can see dragon roots here. We get this dragon and he starts giving us his soul. We'll take a look at this map and see what we can see. Who are you? Your name looks familiar.
Mining is hard work, but we pay a fair price for any ore you dig up.
Okay, what can you tell me about Kynes Grove?
Bunch of lazy rabble trying to make a living. Can't get better workers in because everyone's afraid of the tomb up above the mine. Dead dragons. It hasn't moved since Ysgramor, and it's not going to start now. Superstitious milk drinkers.
Huh.
Aye.
Alright.
Needs.
We already sold everything we needed to really to the bottle handler. So, and it is 8:13 p.m. Why don't we rent that room for the night?
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
Oh, no. Wait.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Not only are there no doors on this room, in this inn, you let your guests sleep in the same room
Yes?
as Fro here. I will leave that alone and not comment on it any further, and let you guys come to your own assumption. Or 26 a.m. and before we get going, I'd like to spend some time thanking Talos. And we will do so right here. Say 4 hours.
An outsider? No reason to stop in Kynesgrove. Keep moving.
What do you do in Kynesgrove?
Nosy one, huh? I was a mage back in Morrowind. I lend my talents to the mines here, helping them keep the tunnels safe. By Azura, it gets hot in there. I use frost salts for a potion to keep the heat bearable, but I'm out.
Well, if I find some, I could bring some to you.
If you want to go to the trouble, feel free. I suppose I could offer you a bit of free alteration training when you get back.
Okay. Speaking of alteration training, how about I pay you for some?
I can certainly share a bit of what I know.
That worked for now. We're going to learn more about magic.
Not here. Definitely not here. You want to learn? Join the college in Winterhold. They'll deal with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
The mine's always on the verge of collapse. Good thing I'm around to keep it up.
Alright, so we're looking for anything we can use the kit in place for. Kit and war axe. Kit and shield. Armor. I never was a big fan of the helmet. Of helmets like that, actually, which include ebony. Helmets that really cover the whole face. I think what we'll do is we'll make Probably making shit in arrows. Only do 9 damage, but yeah. So heavy armor is kind of the same. Helmet's a bit different. Heavy gauntlets. What is hidden resin made of? If I'm pronouncing this wrong, let me know. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but you never know. Spriggan sap and then a powdered whatever. So we do need to go ahead and break this down. Let's break it all down. Oh, powdered dragon scale. I have to remember that. Oh, yeah, that looks good. I like that. So, let's go to ingredients. Or whatever. Just one river, Betty. I know where I can get more. Okay. Now we're gonna go down to miscellaneous. These are mortar and pestle. Wow. Let's see how much that potion was worth. Eek. Marksman. Wow. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh. Aqua Tofani and Sulfur not only has fear in common, but it has frenzy. So not only creatures and people up to level 30 will flee for 30 seconds, but they will also attack anything nearby for 10 seconds. That could be funny, like, I want to kill you, but I'm scared. Oh. 121% better for 10 seconds. Nice. And then the other one was 24, so that one. So. Yeah, so these extra alchemy ingredients really boost up the prices a little bit. And I'm okay with that. you didn't know what mod that is from, if you haven't heard me say it before, that is from Divine Alchemy. So yeah, I would recommend that mod. I've been to the Divine Alchemy shop on different characters, and last time I was there, the NPC wasn't, so I don't worry too much about it. Let's talk with a shopkeeper, which should be... No. You. Mrs. Martha.
Yes?
What have you got for sale?
Some might call this junk. Me? I call them treasures.
Yep, I'm gonna sell both of those. We are not going to be using any stab on this character. Let's go through here and sell some of the ones we don't necessarily want to keep. That one. Okay. And again, I don't realize I made a fortified barter until it's too late.
Some might call this junk.
At least
Me?
I know.
I call them treasures.
I will be making 9% more gold for everything else I sell. Fortified block and haggle. No, thank you. 24% with 30 points of magicka. Yeah. Destruction and frost. Yeah. Enchanting. That one. Fortify health. Okay. Fortify illusion. No. Lock picking. Sure. 12%. 12% is 12%, so might as well. Okay, we will sell this stack. Keep that. 121. Wow, we will sell this stack. And that one. Sure, let's keep them all. Sell these. Say 10 of them. And all of those. So there we go. We have our money again. And we will give her some of her money back by buying all of her ingredients for next time. I'd also like to see... Nothing. 50 for 10 minutes. Yep. Archery. Awesome. Storm King, not really a fan of it, to be honest. I'm not saying it's a bad enchant, it's just not something I use too often. Now what it does is an immortal ghost fight for you. It has 40 points of health and stamina. So this would be an immortal ghost fight for you. As far as enchanting go, an immortal ghost fight for you, it has X points of health and stamina based on the amount of enchanting you have. Yeah. Okay. I convinced myself we're gonna try it.
Alright then.
Alright, so now the question is Daphne. I really don't have any armor I'd like for you to wear, so not at this time, Daphne. Thank you for offering, though. Alright. instead of taking a 5-minute break, since we are closing in on 90 minutes here, I'm gonna go ahead and call this episode 9. We rescued Daphne and got a couple other things done. Next episode, episode 10, will be much more full of action, because we are going to head down here to what I would call the hot springs and do what we can around here. We're going to explore different places and see what different things have to offer. The main things we want to do are what we currently have marked on the map. Quanvanger Cave, which has 1 or 2 things in it. 2 quest markers here for Bones True Crests, and then finding a sword and lost knife hideout. I believe that we also have either a book. I think we have a book in here as well. So that's really what I'm gonna get done next episode. And then what we will probably do is take a carriage service back to Windhelm, and then from there we'll take another one to Iverstard. So until next time, we're going to cut this episode about 10 minutes short than I normally would, but I don't see much issue with that. So thank you all for watching. This was episode 9, and we will see you again in episode 10.